right, welcome. Welcome to episode 231, everyone. It's so hot out there. I do not know how all these singer people do these shows. I mean, at night when the sun goes down, it's not as bad, but well, I'm just spoiled and used to being in perfect air conditioning. Comedy's hardly ever outside, hardly ever. I've done it a few times and it's been fun, but they should probably do it more outside. Bert Kreischer does his thing in minor league baseball stadiums, and that's fun. And they invited me on the Ozark ones, but I already had to work. So maybe next summer. Maybe next summer with Bert, little Bert Kreischer. And he has like 10 comedians. It's really fun. It's like not an industry thing. It's just, it's like a fun little circus. And then you just get to go for a few days and then you're done and you get to leave the circus, which is perfect. Anyway, what are we drinking? Lagunitas. Sorry, see, that's why it's called Daytime. I love it. It's got a little dog on the bottom. It's a wonderful little IPA from Termite Amy. Thank you. She was at the Agua Caliente show. Mm-hmm. What a wonderful casino. Yeah. We'll be talking about that. Mm-hmm. There's so much stuff this week. Some weeks, it's not, people just don't do as much stuff, but ooh, it's an overload this week. Ooh, it's an overload. Ooh. Irish wine. Only the Irish would say, why don't we put alcohol in the gummies? Exactly. Why does it always have to be weed in the gummies? Why not a little bit of wine?
Weed's okay.
Well, the weed's fine if you're the weed people, but I just fall asleep. And it's not my thing. Okay. These are wine gummies.
Josh Blue said he'd help you with that.
Josh Blue always says he's got his own strains of weed and all that. And I'm like, whatever, dude. He's a sweetheart, but I don't know. If there's a weed that works for me, I haven't found it.
It's not Ron's.
Nice.
They're
really chewy wine gums. Wow.
We have a version of that in Canada.
Wow. Yeah. I'm trying to see where. I can't read it. But very well done from Kitty in Salisbury, North Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I can't eat these while I'm on the air, but I'm eating them.
Right.
Yeah, it's too gummy to. You're just going to hear me chewing the whole time. It'd be quite annoying, I would think.
I think we're good on
Yeah.
that.
Lowcountry, I already had some of these. Mustard barbecue sauce. And these are from Roberta and Paul. I like Pawleys Island, South Carolina. I like a lot of shit in South Carolina. Mustard, barbecue sauce, potato chips. These are Lowcountry kettle from Charleston. Delicious. There's more to taste, too. I'll have them next time. And then a hot honey Ritz cracker from Millennial Germites, Mike and Eric in Savannah. Another one of my favorite swamp cities.
They're Germites.
They're Germites. What I call them. Germites.
Yeah,
I can't read. Yeah. I told you, this is a failure on the Missouri public school system. Well, actually, the Catholic school.
Yeah.
But you don't start out. It starts in nursery school. When do you read? Kindergarten? I don't know.
Crazy.
I only went to Catholic. I didn't go to Catholic till first grade, so blame kindergarten. Okay. Whoever did that. Mm-hmm. Upcoming shows. Where are we going? Charlottesville this weekend. Bristol. August 2nd, the Venetian with my friend Carla Ray. She'll be opening the show there. The 16th, Cape Cod Melody Tent with my friend Kelly. September 12th, Terre Haute. 13th, Elizabeth Anio with my friend Mike James. And then the Eugene, Portland, Seattle run, that will be with my friend John Novosad, also known in the past as Hippie Man. Yes. So, and then there's a million more shows. And update, I have turned in most of my homework to Amazon. So,
Yay.
Yes, it was very time consuming on my part. And
Are you excited?
well, I am excited. I just don't know when it's going to air. Okay. I have no idea. I will tell everybody when they tell me.
We'll have an update.
There would definitely be an update. Yeah, I hope it's in the fall because I don't want to do it in the summer because people don't watch TV in the summer, not like they usually do. No. And I'm kind of off a little bit. And if that happens, then I got to do all this stuff, So can somebody call Jeff Bezos and tell him that? I know he's a little busy with his wedding right now.
He's getting married.
So I've heard.
It's on the news.
Hi, Jeff. It's me, Kathleen. You probably don't know it, but I have a special coming out on your thing. And here's what I know you're super swamped. We're dealing with the city of Venice right now. So Rancho Mirage. Let's talk about Palm Springs. Mm-hmm. It was 115.
God.
Well, I went over to, there's a famous golf course called PGA West that they have TV tournaments on. And I thought, am I going to be judged because I'd really like a beer right now? And it was 10:40 in the morning. And I went in.
100 degrees.
Well, it was already 100 degrees, right. And then I went into the bar, not judged at all, because all the golfers were back that started at 6 a.m. Everybody had a beer.
Great.
Right. And they had Big Wave Kona beer. I was very excited. You don't see that a lot on draft.
Those are good.
They're great.
Yep.
But I saw these 4 super white guys from like, I heard a northern Midwest accent. It was either Wisconsin or Minnesota, somewhere up there. And they're like, can you guys believe it? Could have been Canadians too. The way he said dollars sounded a little. We got some naive Canadians. And these guys, they were like in their 30s or 40s, and they were like unloading golf clubs. And they're like, yeah, it's only $84, but if we wait till after 2, it's $50. And wait, why is it so cheap? I'm like, because you will die. That's what they're not telling you in the clubhouse. One time I did it in Palm Springs. It was 109, and I thought it seemed not that bad. So I golfed 6 holes, and then I thought, I don't feel right. And Lewis said, you're a really weird color. And it was like a deep purple. And I slept for 27 hours.
What?
Yeah, it was like a heat stroke. I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom. How's that even possible? You have to live the vampire life if you're going to live in the desert all year long, or have another place to go to. Like go to Wisconsin or Minnesota or something, rent a house for a month or something. It's just, it's deathly. But I had a great time because my friend, research assistants, Bob and Clark, and my friend Bob, they made all kinds of plans and came to the show and all that. But more importantly, took me up on this. I've been going to Palm Springs 100 years. I didn't even know there was a tram. And you start at the bottom, and it's 110 degrees. It goes up to 11,000 feet, the peak of the mountain. It's like 55 degrees up there in a forest, and there's deer and shit. I'm like,
God.
how is this even possible? I have looked at those mountains my whole life. If you would have told me, I'll bet you $100 there's a forest up there, I'm like, double down, loser. There's no forest. There's no way. Oh, yeah. It was crazy. You can eat dinner up there. I'm like, how do they get the food up here? There's no roads. It's too crazy. And they're like, oh, they bring them in the trams all day long. It's in the bottom of the tram. Wow. And normally I'm afraid of heights, but it was less scary. This doesn't make sense. But when I'm in the gondola things with only 4 or 6 people and it rocks, this had like 40 people in it. So I guess I feel better if we're all going to die. True. Like a bunch of people.
Right.
It seems like it's less of a chance.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah. And everybody seemed very happy, so I wasn't too freaked out. And I got to see my little friend Chuck Martin. He opened the show. And Agua Caliente is a lovely casino. If you're ever out in Palm Springs, you should definitely go. But let's talk about a minute for my flight out there.
I saw your post.
I normally fly Delta or Southwest if I'm going to Missouri. I love a Southwest flight. Nashville to Kansas City Airport's gorgeous, the new one. And it's just a wonderful place to hang out because there's barbecue and beer and no judgment on a Sunday morning if you want one. They don't care. And it's the only place, too, where you can sit in the airport, having a beer, eating barbecue at any time you want, and look out and see cows. I can honestly say I've never seen that anywhere else. Yeah. And the bartenders are so used to it, they don't even know. So Southwest for the short flights, sure, fine, whatever. Delta is my main. Well, I took American to Palm Springs because it was better routing. Mm-hmm. I had a 3-hour gap in Dallas. Remember that number. 3 hours. Instead of 4 in Salt Lake, 3 in Dallas. I'm like, well, Salt Lake Airport's way nicer, but that's kind of going over my limit. Well, I get to the Nashville airport. I go up to TSA. They go, you don't have pre-check. Okay. Yeah, I do. Well, you're going to have to go back to the counter. Okay. So I go back, and the guy prints out a boarding pass because it won't do it on my phone, and he goes, yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm like, right, I've had pre-check for like 10 years. Okay, fine. Yeah. Go back to, and after I left, I got through security. I love when I hear these announcements. Will someone who forgot their prescription eyeglasses please return to TSA? How far did you fucking get? If I didn't have my glasses or contacts, I would get 2 feet and go, oh, God, I need a helper. I need an assistant or a dog or someone to guide me back. I'm always amazed when I'm like, your eyesight must not be that bad because you kept going. Anyway, then I get to the gate, and I'm scanned in, but it just goes, And the lady goes,
Oh,
oh,
is that the, did you board out?
I did not board out of position. No,
Did you experience somebody doing that?
I did not experience anyone doing that in Nashville or on the way back. But I didn't hear the, I got a, they said, oh, unaccompanied minor. And my knee-jerk reaction was, I don't even have any kids. More or less, am I flying kids around that aren't mine? I mean, maybe my niece is not. And she goes, no, it says you're an unaccompanied minor.
Are you kidding?
That's 12. I go, do you think I'm 12? Really? I go, because here's the weird thing. You're going to let this 12-year-old on this plane eventually, and you're going to give me alcohol.
Right.
It's so crazy what's about to happen. And the lady kind of laughed, and she goes, well, I felt bad for the gate lady. She cannot let me on because the computer fucking says we don't have common sense anymore. Look at me.
Right.
Look at me. I am far from 12. And she's like, yeah, I'll have to get a supervisor. So I got put in the penalty box. And then I'm like, should I just wait for my mom? And she kind of laughed. I go, I'll just stand here and wait for my mom. She's 83. It'll probably take her 4 days to get here. I'll just be here for 4 days. And the supervisor comes and it's, oh, sorry. Somebody hit a wrong key. Okay. All right. If I get on the plane, we are so late taking off because somebody put too much gas in the plane. Like, I don't know how you do that. And we had to sit on the runway. There's no weather anywhere. There's no real reason for this, to burn off fuel.
Oh my God.
I got to Dallas with 20 minutes to spare.
Oh my God.
Now, all kinds of people didn't make it. All kinds of people. Then they were like, okay, we got on the plane to Palm Springs. And then they said, we're going to wait, which I thought was nice because if you're going to Palm Springs at this hour, you're not connected anywhere. There's no more flights. So what if we're another half hour late?
Right.
The whole thing's ridiculous.
Right.
It goes into these spillage areas in my brain where I'm like, none of this matters anymore.
No.
Let's just sit here till tomorrow and wait for these people. How far have they been alerted that the plane is waiting, or did they already give up?
Right. But
And not,
customer service.
yeah, they're at customer service trying to reroute. Well, finally the people made it. The luggage made it. I'll give them that.
Because they waited for the people.
Right, only because we waited for the people. If we'd have taken off immediately, then it would have just been, well, fuck your bags. You're all going to Palm Springs.
You'd have no jackets to show.
But if you ever have a chance to fly into the Palm Springs airport, do it. It's like 1957. It's all outside.
Oh,
It's just wonderful. Yeah, it's like time traveling.
Like Hawaii.
And I was tweeting with American Airlines, and I know it's a bot, but this is how what of an Irish jackstraw I can be. I don't even care that it's a bot. I just want to write sarcastic stuff back, and I did, and they answered. But I know it's not a person. Even with that knowledge, like my mom will be like, why do you engage in that sort of behavior? I'm like, I don't know, but I like it. I like it. I don't care if it's a bot. I just, we got there. It just, these things don't happen to me on Delta. That's all I'm saying.
Nope.
I have friends that will defend America. Lewis defends United. I can't speak on United. I hardly ever fly it. No. I don't know anything more. I liked it when it was Continental. Grandma wants Continental to come back, and they're not coming back.
You flew Delta home.
Delta home. Yeah, because they had a better schedule coming home, and thank God I felt like I was with my people again. Like I felt like I was back, like in a safe zone. Yeah, I need a safe space. Where's my safe space? It's Delta. That's my safe space.
Hi, Kathleen.
They know me.
Here's your Sweetwater.
Here's your 420 Sweetwater beer. Okay, go to sleep after that. You don't want to be tired when you get home. Thanks. You're right. It's just a different product. I do it every week. I don't know. There's no other. Southwest runs efficiently. I don't know what's going to happen with all the changes. But I'll give them credit.
Aaron, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I'll check in with my friend Aaron Weber, the comedian who flies them every week. I have to call the young people and go, I know you're still flying the Poverty Airlines. I'm joking. I fly it a lot. I'm still an A-lister, if that'll tell you how many times I have flown it.
Something to be proud of.
All right, one from the team email before we get rolling here. This made me happy. This is from Angela. I will not say her last name because I never do, in case people don't want that said. The subject is African American listeners. She said, "Hi, Kathleen. I'm a regular listener to your podcast. Recently heard you mention you had few black listeners. Well, I don't know about listeners, but I know I don't have many fans showing up at shows. No. And I'll blame BET for not letting me on.
Yeah. You were all in.
I get why they wouldn't. I just thought maybe if there was a fallout, you could just call me. I just want to, because I've worked black crowds in like the clubs. I used to, at the Improv on Sunday, all right, this all sounds very racist, but it was not my idea. Fridays, they had a show called Refried Fridays, and that was for Mexican people. Well, it was fun. And then on Sundays, it would be Chocolate Sundays, and it was all black comics.
I like
Get
that.
it?
That's
Everything. But they did. I was like, where's Irish mashed potato night? And it could be me, Gaffigan, John again. I can go through anybody whose last name ends in IGAN, you're on mashed potato night. I find no offense in that. But anyway,
Butter and Guinness.
sometimes I would go up to the Improv on Chocolate Sundays hoping there was a fallout. And then somebody would fall out. And then they'd be like, well, just get Kathleen out of the bar. I mean, I'm not black, but I got a good 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
And I love the black crowds. Black crowds are the best crowds of all crowds. Anyway, I don't have that many black fans. That shows. So she said, as a teacher, I have the summer off, and I'm making it my mission to change this.
Yes.
All right. The show is hilarious, poignant, and informative. That's fine if they only want to do the podcast too. That's fine. As a fellow St. Louisan, hearing local stories is great as I now live in Chicago. Keep up the great work. Please read this on the podcast to impress my St. Louis family. Well, it has been read, Angela. And thank you for being a teacher. And thank you for and please do not root for those Cubs. You root for the Cardinals. Right. Remember where you're from.
You can be a Bears
Remember?
fan.
Huh?
You can be a Bears fan.
Definitely can be a Bears fan. Yeah, there's no more. Yeah. And a Bulls fan. And you can't be a Blackhawks fan. Nope. Got to stay Blues. That made me laugh, though.
Yay.
Yeah. And I got a lot of Hispanic kids on the move. Yeah.
They're mobilizing.
Yeah. My friend Lorene's mom was the president of my Northern California Filipino fan club.
Oh.
Her mom was in charge.
That's great.
I'm like, good job. Because what I would do, like Monterey and all those Santa Rosa and stuff, Lorene would be like, they've activated. There's over 100 coming. I'm like, great.
There's a bus.
There's a bus coming.
It's the best.
Queen news.
Yay.
It is enormous.
I heard.
Enormous. Everybody's probably heard. Dolly's going to Vegas.
Crazy.
Tickets go on sale today. I'm totally going to try to go on Ticketmaster and be in some line and make it happen. She has a mini residency in Las Vegas that runs through December 4th through 13th, but that is not every night, by the way.
No.
It's like 2 each week or something. You have to go look. Go on Ticketmaster.
It's going to be crazy.
She's at the Coliseum at Caesars. Boy, I would love to know from the other casinos who outbid who got that.
Got that.
Yeah. Whew.
Maybe her merch.
I mean, I know she's old, but I saw what happened with that benefit in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Holy Jesus.
It's awesome.
It was crazy. She's going to sing her greatest hits, so nothing weird.
So fun.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I got to try and make this happen. I'm off one of those weekends. I already checked. And she's got a great poster. She just has this machine.
She's amazing.
It's 4, 6, 7, 10, and 12, and 13.
If we could only get tickets.
And it's also when the rodeo's going on out there. Which is a huge thing. And they always book Ron and Bill Engvall for Rodeo Week. What do they call it? AmFar? No. I don't.
It's NFR week.
I thought it was American Rodeo.
National Finals.
National NFR. National Finals Rodeo. I'm not a rodeo person.
AmFar sounds
I've
like
only been to
children's-
hillbilly
What's
rodeos that are
AmFar?
out in the woods with signs. What?
What's AmFar?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Sounds
AmFar.
Like, sounds like a children's.
It does sound like
protest
it's
movement.
AmFar to me sounds like something we give money to for starving children.
Exactly.
Right. I don't know.
Exactly.
I thought it was American Rodeo, whatever.
NFR.
That was what the A was for.
We rounded.
Other Queen news. Dolly has teamed up with Motley Crue for a special rendition of Home Sweet Home, featured on their upcoming From the Beginning collection of singles. A portion of the proceeds from the single will benefit Covenant House. And I know Covenant House. I had to do work for them in college. A nonprofit that provides safe shelter, meals, and more youth experiencing homelessness. It's a great cause.
Wonderful.
Home sweet home. I can't say I'm the biggest Motley Crue fan, but
Oh,
what?
I've seen them in concert when they were young.
You saw him in concert? I did the Tonight Show with them.
When they were young, it was a party.
Well, they were not young when I did the Tonight Show with them. One man had a full-time nurse that escorted him to the stage and only disconnected his IV shit to let him go out there and play, and he had to come right back to that spot.
They had a hard life.
It's hard being a rock star.
I know.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
He's not really a king, but you guys know I like Morgan Wallen. And in Houston, he does the walkout from the tunnel with somebody famous from the city, and he brought Mattress Mack.
So great.
Yay! And Mattress had a whole big Instagram thing. He was very well. I think he might be on the spectrum. He doesn't seem to get too excited. He doesn't seem to have a.
Took his granddaughter.
Yeah. Oh, did he? Oh, he took his granddaughter. Yeah, she was cute. I saw her in the video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's so excited. Grandpa.
Jelly Roll's been out running around on the road. Post Malone.
Right behind you.
Yes, he has this new thing of with Stanley, and this is the flask.
I will be taking that.
It's a wonderful color. Yeah, good for him. It's a good partnership. He fell off the stage, but he was not drunk or drugs or blah, blah, blah. They just didn't have a secured stage.
No.
And I'm going to give you guys some inside
Someone
scoop,
forgot a bolt.
but I'm not going to. Yeah, I know. He went to go shake somebody's hand, and the whole, like, 4x4 just went clunk, and he went with it. I will not say how I know these things, but, and I don't know why I think it's funny, but Shakira keeps canceling shows, and one was in San Antonio, and I know for a pretty good source, this is all about the sets. Like,
There's problems.
there's problems,
Yeah.
but one of my friends who may or may not work there was like, yeah, I don't understand anything about this situation. Like, he shows up to meetings for Shakira and nobody shows up.
No.
He's the only one.
He's responsible.
He's a responsible person. They're just,
And he's one of the children.
he is one of the children. He's a very hardworking child, and he's gone very far in the business for his age. But it's like the Shakira thing.
It's
Like, I don't.
not a movement.
Well, Shakira, yeah. Like, if you at some point you have to fire this production crew you have, and say, I'm sorry, this just didn't work out. We can't be getting people renting the wrong size cranes and shit.
No.
Like, it's people could die.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
okay. So anyway, I shouldn't say. I don't know why.
What does that
It's
do
just
with
because
Morgan
my friend is so responsible. I'm sure he is with he cannot understand irresponsibility.
No.
He's very anal and very on it and very, yeah. And I'm sure the Shakira vibe is just a lot different. Like, hey, buddy, we said 9, we meant 11.
out.
Yeah. God dang, dude, you're such a jackstraw. Cher's kid is out of the hospital. We'll root for Elijah Blue to turn shit around. That's about it from King and Queen News. Tay quiet. Jelly, you already said that.
Titi's probably planning a wedding.
Tay-Tay's probably doing something. She never just sits around doing nothing.
No.
It's been a quiet summer.
The last one wasn't, so she gets some time.
That's right.
Go Chiefs.
What are we watching? Moving on. Well, Karen Reed has been found not guilty. And I love that the juror interviews, all of them said nobody thought that it was proven. A couple people thought she might have done it.
Yeah.
Most did not. Most said there was never even a car wreck. This whole thing was bullshit. And I wish the feds would open the case on everyone involved in that home because I think they all lie. I think you can disagree with me. I think they lied their asses off and are getting away with it. And I feel sorry for John O'Keefe's mother,
I do too.
the dead cop, because she just had to sit here through trial after trial, and she's never going to really know who killed her kid, which is bullshit. There will be no justice. But it's not Karen. Now that is over, I feel like there's a gap in my life, and I don't really have a trial to attend.
It's kind
And
of weird, isn't it?
as an alternative juror, me and my friend Kelly were saying, what are we going to...
Nicole said that too.
Nicole said it too, I know.
She's available for morning golf now.
Now everybody's available. Yeah. I did watch the NBA Finals just because it's a big deal. And I do not... Kristen Chenoweth sang the national anthem. There were so many people saying, well, this is terrible. It was absolutely... The end was astonishing. I mean, this is what she does. She's a Broadway person who can sing like an operatic tones. You hired her. I don't get it. It's like Stevie Nicks coming out and then going, well, I don't know. She sounded kind of raspy. Yeah, it's Stevie Nicks. You know, well, Anita Baker did a soulful version. Yes, she's R&B. That's what happens. What did you want to happen? Like,
Right.
why? She's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's from Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City specifically.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Reba was busy. Reba and Garth. Who else is from Oklahoma? Garth?
Point.
Huh?
Good point.
Right.
I'm not sure that.
Don't you want to get a local? And she's cute, and she didn't make fun of it.
No.
I don't understand the criticism at all.
No, it's no.
Also, Somebody said I was talking about sports too much, so I'll,
Oh,
no, we're not going to listen to one person.
No, a lot of people say yes.
Okay, well, these are big deals. That was the NBA Finals, and Oklahoma City won. Good for them. They were at home, and it's sad because the guy in Indiana, their superstar, got hurt halfway through, and then it kind of just went, wah, wah. Yeah, like,
I lost money on that.
and the Panthers, as I said, won the Stanley Cup. But here's what's great. Here's what makes, so their coach is named Paul Maurice. If you don't know about sports, the jersey of the Florida Panthers has a panther right in the middle. It's an awesome jersey.
So cool.
He changed that picture of a panther to his cat.
So great.
He's a out loud cat lover. And I'm like, you go, Paul. I mean, I love dogs too. I love dogs probably even more, but I love cats a lot. And like, we always get a shitty rap. I'm like, you go, Paul. Well, he showed up at the big parade and the party, and he opened he had an outer shirt on, a sort of button up that had cats all over it.
Yep.
And then he opened that up and he had a t-shirt with both of his cats. Wow.
It said Stanley Cup cat peons.
Stanley Cup cat peons.
Yeah.
That's great. Instead of champions. Yay for Paul Maurice. He's always funny anyway. He's a very funny coach.
That's great.
I watched the Rob Ford documentary about the crazy mayor of Toronto.
Who does he remind you of?
Well, some of his tactics kind of remind me of Donald, but it works. And I'm like, look, people just want somebody to be honest.
He was the original.
Did you smoke crack? No. Well, maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. You know, let me check my Venmo.
There's a video.
We got a video of you smoking crack. Not Donald. This is Rob. We got a video. Oh, there's a video. Let me think about that. And then he actually says, he's so honest. You're like, oh, dear God. Do you know what you're saying? He's like, well, you know, I've been in a lot of drunken stupors, and I'm capable of anything. Like, it's such a brutal honesty. It's only like an hour and a half long documentary. If you didn't pay attention, it's great. I kind of knew a lot of what I was looking at because I did pay attention. It was really something. It's worth an hour. What you could even be doing other stuff at the same time while you're watching. And the first episode of The Gilded Age was on.
I didn't watch it yet.
I loved it. Well, I love all the Gilded Age stuff, but it's only episode 1, and the finale of Godfather Harlem was to die for. Just to die for.
Really good. It's called The Mayor of Mayhem.
The Mayor of Mayhem. That's what it's.
That's great.
He really was
We'll put it in the show notes.
mayhemic. Is that a word? He was mayhemic. It's. But then he also seemed like such a common man. Like, Donald doesn't drink or really get into sports and stuff, but you could see how Rob Ford, for the average Canadian, he's drunk at a Toronto Maple Leafs game.
Yeah.
We all have been.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, dude. I'm probably not that drunk, and I didn't smoke crack, and I didn't have a stupor. But so he took it further than a normal person. He started out on par. You know, he started out right. All right.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that's what's been on. Update. Great news. Where's my TikTokers at? I love TikTok. President Trump will extend a deadline for the owner of the social media platform TikTok to find a buyer so it can continue to operate in the U.S. Boom. He gave 90 more days. Thank you.
Yeah.
So happy. I would die if it just went away. How am I supposed to watch all my cat videos? What does my life become if I'm not a Karen Reed alternative juror? And I also don't have any TikTok to just go for hours sitting in a corner like, update. Ozzy Osbourne confirms Black Sabbath's Back to the Beginning farewell show will be live streamed.
Oh.
I will wake up at any time, day or night. Now, this is what a hack I am. I love Ozzy because I just love his voice. And like, he had a lot of ballads that were, Mama, I'm coming home. Should have better been a friend to me. His voice is awesome. But I'm not really into, what would you call this? Heavy metal? Not anymore, I wouldn't call it heavy metal. Back then, it probably was heavy metal.
Yeah.
But now,
He's the Prince of Darkness.
well, he's the Prince of Darkness.
God.
We need a Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the
And he
Batman.
bit the head off the bat. I know, everybody thinks that was in St. Louis. It was not.
It wasn't?
No, it was in Iowa.
Of course it was.
Blame Iowa.
It's South Florida.
I loved him on his reality show. I find him endlessly interesting. But anyway, These are some of the other bands that's going to be there. This shows you what a hack I am. It's going to have sets from, okay, I do know Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
Slayer, heard of them. Couldn't tell you one thing they sing.
They've always been an opening.
Tool. Oh, Slayer's like an opener?
Yeah.
Tool's a headliner, though, right?
Yeah, not anymore, though.
Not anymore?
No.
Well, also, theirs were too headbangery. I didn't like it. Then it starts to sound to me like satanic. But
Beavis
I'm
and
an old
Butthead.
person.
Some Beavis and Butthead stuff.
I don't really think it's the devil, but, you know, I don't need to summon him through an album either.
You can't believe in that anymore.
Pantera, which I always thought a long time ago was a bread company, but it's Panera. Hailstorm, Alice in Chains, I've heard of them. I don't know. Lamb of God, no. Anthrax, I've heard of them. No idea.
I like that you are so straight reading these.
Mastodon and Rival Sons.
Lamb of God.
Now, here's some people that are also going to be included. Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins. Yes, I know him. Some guy from Disturbed. No. Guns N' Roses. Slash.
Disturbed is the one that you like that song on TikTok.
I like their song on TikTok. Disturbed.
Remember that guy who had the
Oh, that guy that seems like the Viking, but he was singing Simon and Garfunkel's song. That's not his song.
no, but that's him. That's
Oh,
his voice.
he's great.
Yeah,
His voice, if the devil had a voice.
it'd be him.
All right, but it's deeper.
Very deep.
Yeah. And the sound of silence. It was crazy. Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker, ladies and gentlemen. He will be joining the show. I love Sammy Hagar. I am a sucker for Sammy Hagar. Somebody from Rage Against the Machine. No, I don't know. So anyway, if you want to live stream it, check back. It's going to begin at 10 a.m. Eastern.
What time zone are you going to be in?
On 6/21. Wait. Oh no, that's when the article was written. This show's in July.
Wait, it's right now.
It doesn't say when. Oh, on July 5th. I'll be in Central Time Zone. So I have to make sure I get up by
In Birmingham.
9. No. Yeah, 9.
We'll be in Birmingham.
He'll be in England.
At the Villa Park.
Update. TikTok. It's the children. It's the children again. They have now splashed paint on a Picasso in Montreal.
Oh, no.
They're mad. There's over 200 wildfires in Canada at the moment. Set of protesters who threw washable pink paint. It is a glass-protected portrait. However, how many security meetings do we have to say don't let the children in with paint?
Montreal's a little relaxed.
Montreal's relaxed
Especially in the summer.
in the summer. Why? I think it'd be crowded up there because it's not hot.
I know, that's why they're relaxed. Oh, welcome.
Oh.
Come to my cafe.
Oh, welcome to the Picasso. He's mad about climate change. I get it. He's 21 years old.
Half of Canada's on fire.
Yes, Canada. I know Canada's on fire. I can see it from Nashville.
Shitty smoke.
But I just don't agree. Now, he did make a headline, and I'm reading it, so maybe that's what the goal is. I just think we've talked about it. I will not go into it again. But more importantly, I don't understand how museums, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Louvre situation, too, because it's getting crazier. Summertime tourism thing for my friend Bob. When I said this is going to be a new segment just for the summer. Update: Lori Vallow Daybell, the crazy white lady who killed all kinds of people, and Arizona juries found her guilty of
She's not doing well.
she attempted to murder her niece's ex-husband. As her own lawyer, she is failing. I mean, this is a thing. When you're going to be your own lawyer, just know it's never succeeded before. And I've Googled the shit out of that, so you can take that as a fact. It's never, ever worked. And I don't think we should allow it when the person's clearly crazy. It's a waste of people's money. Although, I don't know. She's just going back to jail. She's already been convicted of all these other things. But this is the last trial. So this is her last run of fun.
Yelled at your boyfriend, Keith.
She did yell at Keith Morrison. Nobody yells at Keith Morrison.
No.
She was an asshole to him. And you can't be mean to Keith Morrison. He's trying to save America.
One murder at a time.
One murder at a time. I talk about that in my new special. she was convicted of conspiring with her brother to murder her husband back then. I mean, the lady, he killed the kids, whatever, she approved it.
She approved the murder.
She signed off on it. Sure. Just don't include me. I don't want to be there. That'd be weird, right? Yeah, that'd be weird. Okay. Oh, I forgot this too. This is what I've been watching. And it's not within my normal ballywick. Like, I don't watch The Real Housewives of Anywhere.
Oh, I do.
I don't. I don't even know who these people are. I don't know why I'm supposed to know who they are. I don't watch the Kardashians. The gym I used to go to, it would be on.
I don't watch it.
And I was like, I know one of them's dad was an OJ lawyer, but he quit, and he's dead.
You can't commit to that show.
I don't understand anything about any of
It
that.
makes you feel stupid.
But I am in love with the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders show.
Oh, there's nothing stupid about that.
It's not stupid at all.
No.
These people work their asses, and these women, I'm like, they need a union representative. They need to make more money. This is complete bullshit. And if I was them as their union rep, I'd go, here's what I do, ladies. You're going to sign those contracts, but we're going to go on strike an hour before the first home game.
Yep.
Take that, Jerry.
Yep.
You want us to come out there?
Cue Thunderstruck.
Well, while this was all, cue Thunderstruck, and I'm not doing the splits either. Nope, we're gonna fuck up Thunderstruck. We're gonna look like a bunch of people that can't control their bodies. So this is season 2 of it. My sister, because she hadn't been feeling good, her boy, who's 14, was being her babysitter for the day.
He's a football fan.
Well, he loves football, but she's like, Jack, I want to watch this. And he said, I don't understand it. He left after 4 episodes. He's like, I'm out. And I'm like, oh, you gotta commit. Come on. So this is what they were making. So they spend 30 to 40 hours a week in practice. And these girls all have other jobs. One's a dentist. Like, they're not idiots. I just thought it was cheerleader things. I don't know. I wasn't judging it. I just assumed I thought this was their job.
I
And
also
then,
thought it was a livable wage. So they would need
well, I thought they gotta give them at least $1,000 a game, right? But more offensive to me is they make them go do corporate gigs and gave them $50. Fuck you.
$50.
Yeah, so say the such and such convention is in town, and one of the perks is we're going to have the Dallas Cowboys. I'd like to see them. That would be fun. And you bring them in, and if you want, go get a picture taken with them. Everybody would think that was fun. What are you making off that corporate gig? Guaranteed minimum 10 grand. Minimum. And I'm sure it's a lot more than that. And Charlotte, Jerry Jones's daughter, Jerry owns the Cowboys, it's his daughter, has just gone along with this the whole time. And then the 2 ladies in charge, I think they're afraid to say anything.
Kelly's awesome.
I like them both.
Kelly's awesome.
I like both of those ladies.
And Judy.
Kelly and Judy. Judy and Kelly. Kelly and Judy. I told my sister when she was having twins, I'm like, name them after both grandmas. How great would it be? Vicky and Judy. Oh, it's Judy. It's so 50s. Vicky and Judy. Anyway,
Kelly and Judy.
so they have second and third jobs. They agreed finally to a pay increase. Here's what you need to know. This goes back to 1972. That was also when we were sending children in hot air balloons up in the air with no ropes as a halftime show. It was hilarious. Whoops, one got loose. Okay. They earn $150 a game. That's
What?
it.
That's it.
After all this bullshit. An average salary of $22,500. Now, that's 16 games, but it's still August through 18 games,
Plus
right.
preseason.
Plus preseason. We don't have to count the playoffs because the Cowboys don't make it. Because the one girl was like, it'd be so great to be at a Super Bowl. I'm like, then you need to cheerlead for a different team. And I'll give you the top 5. I think you'd have a potential of doing that, but it ain't this one. Not as long as that square-headed white man's in charge. By comparison, the NFL water boys make $53,000 a year, and a mascot makes $25,000. They make less than the water boy. Then I would have said, if I had known that, but I'm not a dancer, I would have said that I want to be a water boy.
Right.
53. It's a double.
Well,
They have water girls. Those women, the people that run out and just shoot water in their face with the Gatorade bottle, I could do, except I'm not tall enough.
they get free spray tan. Kathleen.
I know, they're like, we get free extensions and spray tans And and then you start rooting for certain ones. There's a girl from Missouri. I think her name was Kayla. I think.
Mary Kay.
Oh, Mary Kay.
Yeah.
Mary Kay. I don't know. I was rooting for her. So public appearances, you get $50 to $75. Probably depends on how far. How about gas money? How about am I getting in a bus? How about what all that bullshit? Well, they got a pay raise. It's a life-changing 400% pay raise. That's what
not
they
a lot
said.
of money.
So they had been earning basically $15 to $20 an hour or $500 a game, making their salary. They will now make. It's gone up 400%. So I cannot do that math, but they'll be making at least. Wait, I thought it broke it down to per game now. 500. No, it had been.
I got this math. Let's look at it. Base pay of $500 a game.
500 a game. Okay. I still think it should be 1,000.
They're getting paid for rehearsals and appearances now.
Okay.
Oh, translate to an estimated annual salary of
$75,000 a year, fine, because it's not all year long. That's fine. But I would have gone higher. They needed a union rep. They don't need these girls sitting around from different cities going, what should we ask for? You need a, where's there, we need a union rep or a lawyer
Right.
to help you.
Yeah.
Go high, go in there and balls out and say to Jerry, no, $2,000 a game.
Wouldn't it be funny?
And then you'll get to $1,000. Oh, my dad would have loved to have do it. He loved that he got a fighting. He loved that he got a arguing. He was the union rep for TWA flight attendants and the baggage handlers.
Really?
Yep, they made a wonderful living. Thank you. Thanks in part, not completely, to Jack Madigan. Good job, Jackalope. Holy shit, they found it. Oh, we're moving on. This is so great. For the first time in more than 4 decades, Canada lynx kittens have been confirmed in the Kettle Range in Ferry County, making a historical milestone in the Colville tribe's efforts to restore the species to its traditional habit. Tribal spokesman Chance Garvin says the kittens are 2 to 3 weeks old. The picture of these two, it's a good thing I have to travel so much. I'd have all these animals if I could. Well, you can't have a lynx, but if you could have a lynx, I would have a lynx.
Right.
They're so awesome. The restoration effort began in November of 2021 when the first female and female lynx were released into the Colville Reservation. Since then, biologists have used GPS collars to track to monitor the cats, documenting dispersal, home range development, habitat preferences, mortality, and denning behavior. I didn't know we called it denning. 4 years of tracking, they finally got kittens. It's so great.
That's so great.
Yeah. And I don't think they really bother anything. Like they're not like vicious.
No.
I mean, I see when people get upset, why are you reintroducing wolves? You know, stuff like that. But the lynx, well, the lynx will kill your chickens, maybe. That's probably it.
They don't like to be provoked.
Well, and they're also very, they're reclusive. Like they don't, yeah. Speaking of, I jumped one.
Okay.
The NFL. So that person who hates sports really gonna hate me now.
That person.
I don't know who wrote that. The NFL has more female owners than ever before. Do you want to guess how many women own an NFL team?
8. 9? 8?
12.
12.
Here are the teams that are owned by women.
Oh.
Yep. The 49ers is owned by Denise DiBartello, York. The Chiefs, Sharon Hunt. Sharon is also in charge of all the Hunt's ketchup. Just remember
Be
that.
nice to Sharon.
That's right, if you like Hunt's ketchup. The Raiders, Carol Davis. I think she was Al Davis's wife. The Browns, they have a youngster, Dee Haslam. The Bills, Kim Paglia.
Kim.
Yeah.
Their daughter's
The daughter's a tennis player.
Yep.
The Bucks, Darcy Glazer Kasowitz. The Titans. Yeah, I think they should show the owner of the Titans because I go to every game I can. And I like Amy, the owner, but I think in this headshot, she should have a cocktail. And then we could just say, well, they were drunk when they made a lot of those picks. The Saints, Gail Benson. Seahawks, Jody Allen. Lions, Sheila Ford, one of the Ford children.
Yes.
Ford Motor Company. Broncos, Kerry Walton. That's a Walmart.
Yep.
Kerry Walton Penner. And the Colts, Kaylin Jackson, Carly Irsay Gordon, and Casey Foyt. That's a lot, though.
That's a lot.
I did not expect 12 women to be owners.
That's crazy.
And let me see who's really good out of that group. The 49ers are good. The Chiefs are good. The Raiders can be okay. The Browns, D, you got some work to do.
Yeah.
And you got a mess now because you got 4 quarterbacks.
One of them.
The Bills are good. The Bucks are good. The Titans, nope. The Saints can and can't. They're off and on. Seahawks off and on. Lions, very good these days. Broncos, pretty good these days. Colts, pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah, good track record. So, news. Here's the tourism one. I don't have a dumb tourist one.
Okay.
But I do have tourists, you're going to expect to pay more to see the Mona Lisa as the Louvre reveals plans for an extra fee.
Oh. Well, that's what everybody wants who's not into art.
Everybody who doesn't know shit about art,
Yeah.
which is fine, just wants to go in and see the Mona Lisa, really. Because let me get word up, termites. If you go in there, most of the other paintings are very old and look
The same.
the same. Yeah. I mean, if I'm not, I like art more than a normal person, but I'm not like really that educated on it. It's just what I like.
You know a lot about art.
But
It's crazy.
it's a dark day in the Louvre. There's nothing colorful or they're gonna have a supplement, so it's gonna be a ticket after your ticket.
Oh, okay.
You buy your museum
Gotcha.
ticket, then you got to add that on. Here's the problem, though. Everyone's going to do that.
Yes.
Now, I know that makes more money for the Louvre, but we still need to fix the entrance and the exits.
Yes.
And we need to limit the amount of people that are going in there every day. Or, as happened last week, the staff's going to quit.
Yep.
It's too tiny, too. People do not realize that painting is not large. It's no. And these days, thank God I went when I was young, I'd never see it. Because if you're short, forget it. Unless somebody takes pity upon you, like they have done with me at the Masters or a concert every now and then. They think I'm a child, so does American Airlines. I got a lot of things going on as myself being 12, and they just let me up front. But other than somebody being nice, I'm never going to see it.
It's 30 by 21 inches.
30 by 21.
Yep.
Gee, yeah. I mean,
People don't know that.
I don't know what people think. The general entrance to the Louvre is going to be 30 euros. Europeans get a discount. And then, so I don't know. If you're going to go to Europe, I'd say go as soon as possible because I feel like there's going to be a lot of big changes and it's just going to be more money,
Yep.
which, you know, as American Airlines may or may not believe, I do not have any children. So,
I'm not a baby.
so I have extra spending money. But I mean, I do think Venice is going to start limiting the amount of people. If you're into a European vacation of a lifetime, get it in now. They're going to start changing Airbnb rules in Spain.
Yep.
If you're into that,
It's crazy.
there's protesting. They're mad at tourism. Yeah, it's just not. It's not a great setup.
No.
So go as soon as you can. Here's some great news for people like me. Daytime's naps have been may help slow brain aging by up to 6.5 years.
Breaking news.
I love a nap.
I love a nap too.
And then, but all comedians nap because we have to get up early for press usually or whatever. We travel and then we need a nap before the show because then we're going to be up till midnight or 1 anyway. I wonder if musicians nap.
Call Dax.
Probably not. I'll ask Dax.
Yeah.
Their sound checks are longer and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to be a musician.
Yeah.
Way harder.
Dax probably
It's cooler at the end of the day. You're a rock star, but I mean, you know. All right. Yeah, there was a recent study from the University College London and the University of the Republic in Uruguay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 6.5 years.
And I trust the South Americans.
Researchers found that people daytimes that had larger total brain volumes, an indicator linked to better brain health and slower cognitive decline.
Oh.
Habitual napping may protect the brain as we age, offering a simple, natural way to support long-term mental sharpness. It's a safe space for my brain.
I like it.
I love a nap, and I'm really good at it. Because my sister's like, I can't believe you fell asleep right there. We could be anywhere. Watch this. You want me to turn on my nap time? No problem.
It is pretty amazing.
This is, so I've always wanted a red panda.
That's a transition.
Yeah. And I always text my friend Kathy, and I'm like, somebody's getting me one for Christmas. I feel it. And then they showed these 2 in Minnesota. I'm like, oh, look, my Christmas present's up in Minnesota now. There's 2 at the Minnesota Zoo. They're the funniest, cutest things I've ever seen on Instagram by a million. And they're not bears. They're actually from the raccoon family.
Really?
Yep, but they're red
I didn't know
and they
that.
have like black paws and they stand up and they try to get real big. They're only like 2 feet tall. But anyway, a hotel in China wrapped by wildlife officials for using endangered red pandas to wake up guests. Now, I understand
Oh.
animal people do not yell at me. I understand that that's not what you should be doing. But if you told me you can have a wake up call and a red panda will ring your doorbell and greet you, it's an extra $100. Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
No problem.
The Lihi Lidu Lingjiang Hotel, located in the mountains near Chongqing, offered the boarders the option of a red panda themed holiday, which included bringing the endangered species up to your room for wake up calls.
Absolutely.
Yep, well,
get on a plane.
all the wildlife people. The on tour with Twitters video showed an apparent handler leading the well-kept critter into the room and up onto the bed. They got on your bed to wake you up.
Shut up, really?
I would love it.
That's fantastic.
I mean, I know you shouldn't be doing it,
No.
but I don't know why it made me laugh.
That's pretty cool, though.
Red pandas are not bears. They're closely related to raccoons and are a nationally protected wild species, and they're native China.
That should end with Kathleen.
Kathleen, look at you wanting them to be in a hotel like a goddamn waiter.
Yeah.
You want the most interesting Airbnb ever?
Yes.
You got to go to Bristol, England.
Oh.
Guess what's there? Perched on shipping containers and wrapped in bold street art, the Boeing 77 is packed with you can sleep in Pablo Escobar's farmer jet.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It has gold accents, a hot tub, sauna, and wild narco vibes. It's $1,000 a night.
Wow. Gold accents.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
It's not a museum or anything. They just well maintain it. I keep
like
feeling like I have my glasses on top of my head. Ow! Sometimes they hurt in this.
They're actually on your face.
They are on my face.
For
I know.
those who aren't
Yeah.
watching.
Here's a sad story.
Okay.
Well, it's not sad. He had a nice life.
All right.
Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx, he was 80. He died, but this is what I liked. He founded FedEx in 1971 and began its operations in 1973. The country was based on the idea he wrote about in a term paper in 1965 while he was an undergraduate student at Yale.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, but then, this is great. This is a guy right up my alley. He was a Marine. He flew combat missions in Vietnam. It launched with 389 team members and 14 small planes that fly 186 packages from Memphis to 25. Memphis is the headquarters. They used to fly to. They started at 25 cities. I want to get to this part though. I don't need his whole bio. Okay. Oh well, why doesn't? Oh wait, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Damn it. Well, he was trying to get started. I don't know. I must be missing. I am. No. Give me 1 more second. Jesus, get it together, Kathleen.
Yeah.
So the company only had $5,000 left after he opened it up and they tried to get going.
Okay.
And he pitched General Dynamics for more funding, but the board refused. On his way home, Smith took a detour to Las Vegas, and he bet it all. And he won $27,000 in blackjack, which he wired back to FedEx.
That's fantastic.
It was an omen that things would get better, and it bought him time to go get more funding.
Oh my God.
That
yeah.
takes balls, because you know that the $5,000 isn't going to do you any good if you keep it. I mean, it's not going to save the company.
Right.
But why not? Let's go throw it on roulette red. Let the wheel spin. Double it. Do it again. Double it. It takes such guts, though. I would be terrified. It's a little out of my ballywick of what I would.
Your comfort zone.
Yeah,
I've seen you play some crazy video poker.
I've played crazy video poker, but I didn't have anything at stake. That was just usually house money when I go crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I double down on everything because it's their money. So it's technically my money, but that's why there's the people that don't gamble. Do you know how much you could buy with this right now? Do you know how many pairs of shoes? That's not how I'm thinking right now. No.
Stop it.
How about the store at home? You ever been in one?
I've not.
Never?
Well, it's been a long time.
Been a long time for me too.
Yeah.
I don't really even remember. and I don't remember seeing any lately. Well, they're going to close 26 underperforming stores.
26?
It filed for bankruptcy on Monday.
Wow.
Yep. 26 stores from California to New York will be closed by when? My birthday, September 30th.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah. I don't remember. I think I remember going to see if Denver has one. I think I went to one in Denver with my friend who had bought a house, and he was looking for weird shit to put in it.
Oh, it says your closest is Broomfield, Colorado.
Broomfield, Colorado. That's probably a suburb or something.
Suburb of Denver.
It is a suburb of Denver. Okay, so that's probably where I went.
It's closing.
Oh, it's closing?
Yeah.
Well, get on down there, termites. If there's one by you, go get the discounts.
Their new closest one will be in Ohio.
The closest one's in Ohio. Oh, shit. Yeah, you guys better.
Have fun.
Here's the restaurant chains that have the happiest workers.
Oh,
You know what? And I asked Bob and Clark, and they got it right out of the gate. I did not tell them. They did not cheat.
great. It is not Starbucks.
Here's the top. Happy people. In-N-Out Burger. This is for like fast food stuff.
Nice.
Raising Cane's. I still have never eaten one in my life.
It's really good.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go.
Dutch Brothers.
Coffee.
The coffee. They're popping up everywhere. Everywhere.
Yep.
Chewy's.
I like it.
I love Chewy's.
I
Wait,
love
are we
Chuy's.
talking about Chewy's, the Mexican place? That's not to-go
Tex-Mex.
food, though.
No, but it's fast food.
No, mine's a restaurant. They have margaritas and everything.
Well, I think they're trying to say
Oh.
shitty food.
Oh. Number 5, Pete's Coffee. Number 6, Caribou Coffee.
Okay.
7, Lazy Dog. I don't even know what that is. 8, Portillo's in Chicago, I guess.
Wonderful.
9, Longhorn Steakhouse.
I love it.
I like a Longhorn.
Nice.
And 10, Chick-fil-A.
Great.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's great.
The top factors were not the getting a raise. It was cultures, values, senior management, and work-life balance. That's what the children want. I don't feel like anything's balanced.
So what you're saying is
What I'm saying is, yeah.
it's not Starbucks.
Oh my God, this is a great story at the end. Hold on. Hang with me. I got a couple good feel-goods too. So let's talk about this for a minute. Blue Sky. Now, for you people, there's people that love Facebook, and then they don't go on anything else. Then there's the Insta kids. I like that too.
Yeah.
I like them all. Well, Facebook to me is a little wordy at times. And then Facebook, there's always people that like, hey, I haven't seen you since we were 8, but I thought it'd be awesome if we. And you're like, what?
Right.
What?
They write the team email.
Well, they do it to everybody. I mean, they do it to my brother. Like, it's not just because I have a high-profile job. Facebook got to, I don't know, but you have to have it if you're a mom and your kids are in sports and the whole bizarre thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I always like Twitter. Twitter is not for everyone. I get it. But Twitter, because it's changed a lot, it's not as fun as it used to be. It's okay.
Yeah.
But so Blue Sky, everybody was saying, go to Blue Sky. And I did create an account there, but it just, I don't know. I think Twitter was Twitter. I don't think we can duplicate it.
And you can't do like
It's got to be something different.
you
it can't.
do videos.
You can't do videos, which is
Yeah.
bad because,
Yeah.
like, if I want to post a work video or something,
Kind of crazy.
Blue Sky, they had an enormous growth after Trump got reelected, but it has not kept up. User growth has slowed down with the site now at 36.5 million accounts, and it appears that more of those accounts are becoming ghosts as users abandon the platform. Unique posters and unique likers of posts have been in steady decline for months. Though
Yeah.
Blue Sky users has more users now than after the election, it is a smaller, less active digital community. And the question is why? You know, and there is no other Twitter.
I think because people already have their thing.
They already have their thing, and unless it's brand spanking new, I have Snapchat on my phone, and I don't know why I don't Snapchat anyone. Every once in a while, my uncle sends me like his face as a cat, and he'll be like, "Happy birthday, Kathleen!" Like it's all weird. It makes me laugh every time. But I get these notifications at the top of my phone that I'm supposed to be friends with somebody on Snapchat, and I can't turn it off. They're not friending me. It's like my nephew. He doesn't want to be my friend on Snapchat.
Or it's looking in your contacts. I'll help
I think it's going through my contacts.
you. It is.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
Um, I don't know. I just think people, what do you guys say? Termite says, anybody on Blue Sky, do you like it? I mean, if
I don't like it.
I'm out of energy for Twitter, I mean, I still do Twitter, but if you are out of energy for it, do you really want to go over to Blue Sky? Because it's the same thing. It's too much alike.
Yeah.
It's got to be different. And I don't know what that is. I'm not a creator person like that.
No.
I don't have those ideas.
Also, all the verified people, the teams, the celebrities, they didn't go over there.
Oh, the big shots didn't go over there?
Like corporate America didn't even really go over there.
Corporate America didn't go?
No.
Oh. Well, there you go then.
I know you care about that.
I don't know what corporate America does. No idea.
Okay.
Well, I do have one idea, but I'm not going to get into it. Jeffrey, so it's the Kids World Series in Nebraska every year, right?
College World Series.
Well, I meant the kids. College, yes.
Right.
So LSU was in it last year and they won.
Yep.
And this year, hours before the LSU's, they were in the finals again. Before the first game of the national championship against Coastal Carolina, the politician arrived at Rocco's Pizza and Cantina in Omaha, Nebraska. Rocco's, sorry. The establishment has become known as the host to annual Jello Shots Challenge, where each fan base can buy as many as $5 Jello shots as possible, with $1.50 of each purchase going to help solve food insecurity in the program's town. In his appearance, Rocco's. I don't want to say that. The Louisiana governor showed up, and he bought 1,000 shots.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He did not consume any, so they said. Nebraska's governor was also in attendance. They teamed up with Circle Las Vegas and Omaha Steaks to send Omaha blah, 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 blah. But this is what's crazy. Tiger fans, the LSU, when I told you they were at the Venetian when I was in Las Vegas, and I want to be an LSU fan now because I've never been around people that had that much fun. And it started on an airplane 2 days before that, and they were staying 2 days later. They do not fuck around. And I'm like, are you guys all rich? Who can take off work this long? Like, I'm actually going to work, and you guys are just, I mean, so they just seem extra, extra, extra fun. LSU fans purchased 52,390 Jello shots at $5 each. No other fan base cracked 5 digits. Coastal Carolina finished in second place with 9,117.
That's crazy.
9,000. They had 52,000. Arkansas, they came in third at 9,075. I mean, that's a valiant effort, but not when you're dealing with champions. No.
Someone just got cash.
It's so great. They jumped into the early lead and never looked back.
No.
It's deja vu all over again.
That's fun.
In the 2023, they bought 68,000 shots. Oh, so they need to jump back up.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why it makes me laugh.
That's
Go
amazing.
LSU.
That's great.
Here's a feel-good story. Wait. Well, this is adorable.
Okay.
Colette DeVito, a woman with Down syndrome, turned her baking hobby into a successful cookie business after facing job rejections. Starting at 26, she now runs all aspects of her business, from baking to managing employees. And there's quite a few employees, like a lot. She focuses on creating jobs for people with disability and inspires others to pursue their dreams despite challenges.
Nice.
Good for you.
Great. What's your business called?
It doesn't say.
Colette's Cookie Business?
Probably.
Okay.
Doesn't say where. You have to Google it.
Huh.
Entrepreneurs. It's a site I follow on
What's her
Instagram.
name?
Her name
Colette?
is, but it's spelled Collette. DeVito, Divitto.
Okay.
Probably come up.
How cute is she?
Where's her business?
She's the founder of Colette's Cookies.
Right, but where is it?
I don't know. Hang on.
Doesn't say.
Nope.
Doesn't say.
She's got a lot to say on this. In Boston.
In Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be going there this summer. Maybe I'll drop by.
Great.
The owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, Jeff Lurie, donates $50 million to a massive new autism institute.
Cool.
On behalf of my nephew with autism, we applaud this.
He's a great owner.
He's a great owner.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get behind the Eagles fans.
Oh,
But I love the players, and I've been to games there, and I had a wonderful time. I think their fans, their reputation is what it is, and they feel the need to live up to it. But I've never had a problem there, and
I have.
they have a wonderful. Well, they do brag that they're the only stadium with a jail,
With a magistrate. Of
with a
course they are.
magistrate.
Yeah, there's one in the basement. I've met him.
He donated it to CHOP, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and Penn Medicine to create the Laurie Autism Institute.
That's great.
$50 million.
That's amazing.
It's amazeballs.
Yeah,
Good for him. Go Eagles. Go Jalen Hurts.
Go Chiefs. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying for that.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah, carve that out.
Well, let's see Lamar Hunt step up, Chiefs. What are you giving $50 million to the Missouri Autism Institute? I don't think so. Because no, I have to go do shows for that. Be a lot easier for Lamar to just little Mike drop some money down there than Kathleen hustling her ass down there. Just saying.
He's got traffic problems.
A cat survives a 3-week trip from China to Minnesota as a stowaway in a shipping container.
Oh.
3 weeks, this poor little guy.
Oh my God.
Yep. The cat now calls Minnesota home, has braved an international journey of survival and resilience after being found in a shipping container where it was sent weeks en route from China. The people at the Humane Society have named her Stowaway. It's a girl. It's incredible. It's really shocking that it happened. The cat was discovered in Oakdale that came all the way from China. She was really scared. I can only imagine 3 weeks without food or water. How did that thing survive?
That's crazy.
Well, she must have been eating rodents and drinking condensation. She was severely dehydrated and dangerously thin. Yeah, these cats, I have to go put ice in their water.
What did you just say?
I put ice in their water because it's so hot. And then their water gets hot and they take a few looks and they look like, and then I put the ice cubes in and it's a whole game changer. They love it. Why everybody wants cold water? It's 100 degrees out there.
You are not.
Baby cat won't go out for more than 4 seconds.
She won't when it's 70.
Well, she likes 75 and sunny. No wind. She doesn't like wind.
Okay. She's not feral.
Cedric doesn't mind. He was laying out on the furniture, and he's got a black fur coat. I mean, he's probably hotter than them. They're more white and gray.
Cedric looks like he's been hit by 4 cars.
Cedric's a walking train wreck. But the cat's doing fine. She's going to a rescue in St. Paul where she has a foster home already lined up.
Fantastic.
There's little tiny miracles that happen.
That's great.
Cats are smart. She can figure out what to eat. All right, we got some quotes. We got some thank yous.
These are not feral cats.
I'll do that. Thank yous are quick, and then I'll do my quotes. They're not really feral. Now Chapo comes in. Well, he comes in till about 2 a.m, and then he gets scared. And then it's and he wants out, and I do it. But he's so sound asleep, like at 11, I don't want to wake him up.
Buddy.
Yeah. I got some personalized Yeti cups from Carrie and Diane. I got an Aunt Cat tea, local beer from Termites Brenda and Brian. I got some drink tokens. I love a drink token from Zig. I hope that person's name is Ziggy. That's one of my friend's kids' name. It's awesome. I got a silk robe at a local beer from Barmite. It's a bartender termite. San Diego, Amy. And then in UPS, Paddle's got a T-shirt of the Missoula Paddleheads.
Very cool. Thank
And
you.
a Bigfoot magnet from Joy in Rockford, Illinois. Rockford, Illinois, home of what American band that's awesome? Cheap Trick. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's do it. Let's do a couple quotes. Let's do the Saint first.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a new Saint book to get into.
I know, but it's not. I got us Drinking with the Saints, which is a good one.
Yeah.
Kay, my friend Kay sent me that.
I got you that
look.
one.
I know, but the font, it's so light you can hardly read it, and it's serious. Like this lady,
It's Saint.
Lynn Garlic. Well, she threw out the real info, like the gory shit, the crazy shit that I was taught in grade school. These kind of gloss over all that.
Well,
It's too nice.
okay.
Tell the truth. These people went through this bullshit. It should be told.
Tell them the truth.
I'm going to go,
You can't handle the truth.
you can't handle the Catholic truth of these people. Poking their eyes out, dragging them through town. Padre Pio. Now, he lived from 1887 to 1968. His feast day is September 23rd. He's in charge of patronage, adolescence, and stress relief. That's a That's a lot for a guy born this late.
Kind of vague.
They usually pile them on to the first winners. Padre Pio, my mom loves Padre Pio, as did a lot of people my mom's age. But here's the thing: he started getting more popular than the Pope.
Really?
Yes.
That's never
And then the Catholic Church is like, we're gonna put Pio back down on the farm.
on the farm.
But I think he's the coolest guy that's lived in my life because they said he could teleport. Well, my mom also claims her dog teleported last week. So
What are you talking about? What did you just say?
my mom called my sister and said, I have to tell you something surreal.
Okay.
She said that she put the dog out of the deck and shut the door. And usually when Maggie wants to come back in, she'll bark a few times, or she could be barking if she sees deer. There's about 4 reasons.
Okay.
She heard the dog barking. And she thought, oh, I got to go let the dog in. And then she claims she looked down and the dog was by her feet.
Okay.
And I said, so you're telling me that you have a Yorkshire Terrier that can teleport? Because that's fucking awesome. And we need to somehow make money off this. And my sister's like, she just has to get out and do more. She's losing her goddamn mind. I'm like, no, my mom signed up. She's going to be a volunteer at the emergency,
Hospital?
at the hospital.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Vicky will greet you when you arrive in ER. Good luck.
Very kind.
No, I'm happy for her. That's a good thing. I think she will. She needs to be around more people
Yeah.
than us.
No, you guys are a lot.
Or just my sister,
Yeah.
because they fight. They're like fire on fire. She's like, you don't fight with mom as much as I do. I go, I just don't engage. Like, okay, she gets. Oh, the dog teleported. Awesome. Try to get it on video for my Instagram.
Yay!
Maggie, I didn't know you had such powers. My God, where did you learn that?
Oh, it's great.
Padre Pio, born in Italy to peasant farmers, by 5 he told his family he was dedicating his life to God. As a child, he spoke with Jesus, Mary, and his guardian angel. He thought all children did. He was often sick. He had visions and ecstasies as a youth. He entered the order of Capuchins at age 15. When he became very ill at 17, friars claimed to have seen him in ecstasy and levitating.
Whoa.
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 Oh, 17 people.
That's crazy.
No, at 17. When he was 17 years old. He was ordained as a priest in 1910. After World War I, people came to seeing him as a symbol of hope. They say he had the gift of healing. Biolocation.
What?
Biolocation. That's what I was trying to think of the
Multiple
word a
times.
couple weeks ago.
Multiple times.
He's in
Multiple
2
areas.
places at the same time. Levitation,
Everybody knows that.
prophecy, miracles, and the ability to read the hearts and souls of people. In 1918, he received the stigmata. For you non-Catholics, that means the wounds of Christ appear on you, your hands, your head. My mom is a stigmata towards other people's wounds, but not Jesus's. Like if I get a sinus infection and a rash, she will too.
Really?
Yeah.
You
If
have to be around her?
what?
You have to be around her for this to happen?
No, all you got to do is tell her on the phone, my ankle hurts, and then her ankle will swell up. I swear to God, it's bizarre. I know, my dad goes, this is psychosomatic bullshit. Vicky, stop it. Just stop it. You're not allergic to whatever. I'm allergic to everything. So I'm always like, I have hives all over me. And then she'll go, oh, I got hives after I hung up with you. And then he'd get real mad. Stop it. Like, Dad, maybe she can't help it.
What are you doing, Dad?
Maybe she's just a stigmata, but not of the wounds of Christ.
I
And
get that.
anyway, he had the stigmata till it remained until his death. People traveled from all parts of the world to confess to him. The church was very skeptical of his alleged miracles and forbade him to do anything public and to hide the stigmata. See? Told you. We don't need any upstarts.
No.
You levitating and teleporting and biolocation. In 1933, the Pope issued a reversal of this ban. When he died, the name Maria escaped his lips. It is said the stigmata disappeared.
Wow.
Yep. I noticed in Rome when I took my mom that the Padre Pio stuff on the little carts, souvenir carts outside the Vatican, his stuff sold more than the Pope's at the No, he's outselling merch. He is outselling the Pope's merch. That's where they're like, God damn it, we need to have a meeting. We're going to do a Snoop quote today. Nice. Just because those are always fun.
They're direct.
And they're very direct. I know. That's not the one I wanted. Come on now.
That's funny.
This is Snoop Dogg about smoking weed. It's in an interview in 2015, weed gives him strength. The weed doesn't take away. It's an attribute, an accolade. Like Popeye the Sailor Man. He can squeeze that can and pop that spinach and go into work mode. That's what weed is. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I can live in a garbage can.
Amen.
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 It's the kind of fun dad you want. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Great.
Snoop the Sailor Man.
Well, here's in honor of Dolly. She always said she wasn't going to do any more. She wasn't going to tour big. Vegas is very appealing to a lot of the older folks and the tired people because you don't have to. You can set your show up and just stay for 2 weeks and then go home. You don't have to go on the bus. You don't have to go on the plane. You don't have to. They'll set you up wherever you want. You want a private house? Boom, you get a private. You want a suite in the casino? Boom. It's a wonderful idea for older people and people like me that are tired.
Right.
This is Dolly. After you read, this is reflecting her age. It doesn't say when, but it was in Harper's Bazaar. After you reach a certain age, they think you're over. Well, I'll never be over. I'll be making records if I have to sell them out of the trunk of my car. I've done that in the past, and I'd do it again.
Oh.
I like it.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Did gritty. Get some hillbilly grit. Get your ass out there and sell your own CDs. Why not?
Hillbilly Grit's a great name for
Hillbilly Grit.
Yeah, for an album.
It's a great name for a band.
A band
Hillbilly Grit.
or an album?
Yeah, she could make a Hillbilly Grit, and then she should go all the way back to bluegrass.
Whoa.
Like where it sounds like it's coming out of a tin can.
Get a fiddle.
And they sound very far away. That sound. I want that sound back. They sound very far away, a little bit underground, and some of the musical instruments don't work, and some work great. Get the fire burning.
Play the spoons.
Play the spoons on your knees. Let's go. Come on. I'm going to submit that idea for Dolly. Can we go back to hillbilly, far away, tin can bluegrass? How about that? Yeah. All right, termites. That's it. I got to go pack. I got to go. I was thinking about going to Thomas Jefferson's house again, but I think it's going to be too hot and it's summer and I can't. There's too many tourists. And I've already been a couple times. Yeah, and nobody goes to John Adams' house because he's right down the road. That is a drag if you got put on the same street as Thomas Jefferson and you're the other president that nobody really cares about. And John Adams, because when you go on the Thomas Jefferson, people go, well, everybody back then had slaves. No, John Adams was very anti-slavery and walked all the way over to Thomas Jefferson's house, and they were best friends, and every day he told him, you're a piece of shit for doing this. Yeah, I like that they tell you that.
Yeah.
Because people go, oh, everybody had slaves back then. Well, no, because some of the people were slaves. Hello, they don't have slaves. They are the slaves. And then but I haven't been to John Adams' house, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll see if Karen wants to go. It won't be as crowded as Monticello.
Who's opening for you?
Karen Mills. Yeah. Yeah. She usually goes with Leanne Morgan, or she goes on her own because she's a headliner in her own right. But she was available, and I haven't seen her in a while, so I thought it'd be fun. And she's a Tennessee person, so it's Charlottesville and then Bristol, and then you can just drive home. Nice. Yeah.
Fun.
I will be flying home. It's a little further to Nashville than where Karen's going. So, and then that's it. That's all I got.
You're off the road for a little while.
I am off the road for 1 whole month. I very much need the break.
Yes.
I think my sister and the kids are probably coming down. I'll go up and see my mom. I gotta go up so that's not really traveling though.
No.
That's just like stuff that
That's
I don't
Southwest.
feel like it's traveling if I'm going for fun.
Okay.
That it's work because it's stressful because I got to get there. If it's for fun, so what if I get stuck for a day? I don't care. I know I figure out what to do.
True.
I can have fun anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's just golf courses around here I want to play, and stupid stuff. Nothing big, nothing crazy.
Countdown to fantasy football season.
Countdown to fantasy football. Yes. There's going to be a whole month off though. Wimbledon is starting though. I like tennis. I know you don't. It's not a Canadian thing.
Well, no.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Are you going to try to defend it? It's not.
No, there's probably people that like it. Just I don't give a shit.
It's a global sport, and you guys are not interested. And just admit it. We are not interested.
The French don't play hockey. Boo.
What do you mean the French don't play hockey?
Just saying. Or the Spaniards. Or just,
Oh, you mean in general?
Yeah.
Right, right. Well, no. They're European. I mean, they do have hockey leagues. They have European hockey league.
It's not their thing.
No, it's really not their thing. All right, termites.
Happy,
I have to go feed Cedric.
I can hear baby cat down there.
He showed up, and I didn't have everything ready. And then he sits there and stares at me with his eyes half open because he needs an eye lift. And he doesn't talk. He just licks. He just goes like he's starving. He licks his lips, literally waiting for lunch.
It's quite the circus you got here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And then if he doesn't eat his food, a raccoon comes up and stands up like a 3-year-old child and picks up the bowl and licks it and puts it down. And the cats stare at the raccoon. And if I go out there, they'll run away. But I'm also thinking maybe one of them won't.
Yeah.
And one last summer thing, my brother sent me a picture. One of his kids' mom got bitten by a copperhead.
Unbelievable.
And she had the wherewithal to take the picture of it.
Wait, she got bitten.
Well, I said, who took this picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got bit. She spent 5 hours in the emergency room. And those anti-venom vials are like $1 bazillion. There's a lot of snakes out there this year, people. Just watch your step. If you're in the Midwest or the South. I don't know, probably the West too.
Yeah.
East Coast, I don't picture as many snakes. Too cold, right? Like Maine. Right. I don't know. I'll ask Kelly. All right, that's it.